Welcome to your yoga practice. It is Thursday, January 16th. I'm so glad that we are here. Before I forget, just a reminder for anyone who lives near Norfolk, I'm offering a donation-based sound bath meditation this Sunday, the 19th at 7 p.m. inside Norfolk Karate Academy. And if you like those, then you can mark your calendar for the third Sunday of every month. I think we'll just keep it at that date. Okay, let's go ahead and drop in. So you can look around the space that you're in and maybe sway a little as you're doing this, kind of imagining sinking or softening your hips into the ground. While we're looking around, let's notice things that we enjoy or that serve a purpose, make our lives easier or more enjoyable. Maybe go ahead and look up, so getting a little bit of a throat stretch, neck strengthening, and just admiring the fact that we all have this shelter to practice in. And then coming towards stillness, we can sit nice and tall, but go ahead and lower your gaze down. Just a little bit of a bow of the head. And breathing here, we might acknowledge or celebrate the ground beneath us, supporting us, allowing us to practice. And just let your breath start to deepen in a natural way. And breathing in. When you're ready, breathing out. And as you breathe, you might repeat our mantra, our affirmation of the month and of the life. May all beings everywhere be free from suffering. May all beings everywhere be free from suffering. And as much as you'd like, you could repeat that in your mind or even out loud as a whisper. And we'll start to draw a little spiral. So sitting really tall, imagine spiraling from the center of your heart. And today is Thursday, so we give our hips a little bit more love so you can see where this will go. Start letting your spiral get bigger and bigger until it becomes like we're inhaling, leaning forwards, and exhaling, drawing back. Let's do this with a long spine so that our hips get more of the maybe stretch movement. Inhaling and exhaling. May all beings everywhere be free from suffering. All right, we'll start to change the directions. So we can start with a bigger circle and slowly imagine it spiraling in, becoming smaller. Eyes open or closed, breathing fully. May all beings be free from suffering. Stick with it a few more cycles, letting your circling, your spiraling get smaller and smaller. And eventually we'll spiral back to stillness. Then on an inhale, let's stretch our arms up. Look up if you can. On your exhale, twist to your right. Right away, we'll inhale, come back to center, reach up. On your exhale, twist to your left. Keep going, inhaling up, exhaling, twist. Good, yes, go at your own pace. Continuing to breathe and move. If you'd like to synchronize our quote or our mantra, we could inhale, may all beings everywhere. Exhale, be happy and free. Inhale, may all beings everywhere. Exhale, be happy and free. Continuing a few more cycles. So just infusing our practice with ahimsa, with non-harm. One more time to each side with your twists. And coming back to center. If you need to adjust your legs or your seat, do that. We won't be seated too much longer. Bring your left hand to the ground, stretch your right arm up and over. And you might explore how far you can go. I think was that just yesterday where we tried lowering our elbow to the ground. But then let's back out until we just start to feel a little stretch. Breathe there. See if you can make your right hip as heavy, as rooted down to the ground as possible. And then we'll inhale through center. Exhale, take it to the other side. And same story, you might go as far as you can and then back out of it right to the edge where you feel sensation. And then I'm draping my top arm over my head. If you have the energy, if you want to be more active, you can pull that top arm up and over. Good. Breathe. Come back to center. Hands to your knees or shins. We'll flex our spine forwards, inhaling, and backwards, exhaling. Do this several times. So just like cow and cat. For that matter, if you'd rather do cow and cat, go for it. We'll go from here to tabletop. So we'll meet you. Several cycles of breath. See if you can maybe rest your attention on the space just beneath your nostrils, noticing the flow of breath there. Couple more cycles. And bring yourself back to center. Let's come to tabletop. And when you get there, we'll draw really big circles, imagining maybe that there's like a spotlight, a flashlight coming out of your navel point, and we're tracing a circle on the yoga mat. Notice how the hands and wrists feel about this. Make any adjustments needed to let them feel good. So I'm coming up kind of to my fingertips or to my knuckles. Go ahead and switch directions. Good. Then as you're ready, press your hips back, down, child's pose. We can give our shoulders a break, stacking the arms, resting our head on them, or even bringing the hands back by the feet. Breathe several breaths here. Just let yourself soften. If you need to or want to, you can stay here and I'll wake you up in about 20 minutes. Otherwise, let's come back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes. We'll lift our hips, find our way to downward facing dog. And when you get there, you might really sway your hips side to side. Imagine your hands just glued down to the mat. So they are our anchor as we stretch our hips side to side. And then coming to stillness in your down dog, walk your feet out a little bit wider maybe than usual. Pivot your heels in and your toes out. Push your chest towards your thighs, so we're still in down dog right now. Go ahead and bend your knees a little. Lots of strengthening for the upper body here Take another big breath in, and when it's time to exhale, try to let your head get even heavier. Good. Then we'll walk our hands back towards our feet, bending the knees, sinking the hips down just as far as our body will take us today. Garland pose or malasana. So if the hips are more at knee level or above, go ahead and put your hands on your thighs, or even support yourself with a wall if needed or if available. Few more breaths here. And you could shift side to side. And bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, straighten your legs, lifting your hips. Exhale, drop your hips down. We'll do that just a few times. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, down. Do a couple more at your own pace. And the next time your hips are up, pivot on your heels so your toes point forward. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, top of a push-up. Breathing in. Breathing out, return to down dog. Let yourself get a stretch here through the backs of the legs. And then step your feet up to meet your hands, forward fold. On your inhale, lift up halfway, sweep your arms back in space. Soft knees, exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift up halfway, sweep your arms out like an airplane. Exhale, fold down, soft knees. Inhale, lift halfway, sweep your arms forward. Core really engaged here. And exhale, down. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a couple breaths. Maybe noticing, I always think it's funny, I'm so cold before class starts. And then I wonder, why am I wearing all these layers? So maybe notice if your body temperature has changed. If the breath has changed, let's invite it back to fullness. Good. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold all the way down. If you like using blocks, you can go ahead and put your hands on blocks. Then we'll step the right foot straight back in space. And then push back through your heel. Imagine lifting the back of your knee up towards the sky. And then soften it. Put a little bend in the knee, maybe even tap it to the ground. And then we'll alternate like that, lifting up like you're lifting the back of the knee to the sky. And then dropping the knee gently to the ground. A few times like that. Good. We'll go ahead and gently tap the knee to the ground, toes tucked or untucked. See if you can lighten your hands. Go in slow motion, so really controlled here, trying to eventually bring the arms up by the ears. Good. Stretching your arms up. Big inhale. Exhale like a palm tree. Wave over to the left side. Inhale to center like a palm tree. We'll wave over to the right side. Challenging our balance. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Do it one more time. Coming in through center. Exhaling to the left. This makes me think of Maureen and I at a baseball game in the summer where I just couldn't quite get involved in the wave. I kept trying though. Inhale, our yoga wave up. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Step yourself to plank pose. Big inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Point your toes back. Inhale, lift your heart. Find a little cobra pose. Exhale, lower down, shimmy the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, lift. And lower. Tuck your toes. Meet in downward facing dog. All right, so you can stay in stillness in down dog, or if you liked, I think that was yesterday where we were going from down dog to up dog. You could also do that. So inhaling in down dog. Exhaling in down dog. Then inhale to plank, drop your hips down. That's upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. So option to flow between inhaling down dog and, inhaling up dog, exhaling down dog. Take your time. Doesn't always feel early morning. Today it does. Keep breathing. Just a couple more cycles. So whether you're in stillness or in movement, one more slow cycle of breath. Good. From down dog, we'll step or swing the right foot to the top of the mat, whatever it takes to get there, bringing blocks under the hands if you like. Push back through your heel. Imagine lifting the back of your left knee up to the sky. And then gently tap the left knee towards the ground. And then lift it, press back, and lower down. Do that at your own pace, as long as it's feeling right. All right, we'll gently drop the left knee to the ground, toes tucked or untucked. Engage your core. Imagine squeezing your legs together. Yep, you know where we're going. We'll slowly start to lift the arms up, muscling it up, reach to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale like a wave over to the right side. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold over to the left. Tricky balance stuff. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time, each side. Good. When you're ready, we'll meet in the center for a big breath in. And then exhale the hands to the ground or blocks. Go ahead and step the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. And on an inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause for a breath. Inhaling, we'll stretch our arms up. Exhale, fold down. Hands on blocks if you like them. Step your left foot back. Shimmy the right foot to the edge of the mat, right arm coming on the inside. So now we're in lizard pose. And then for another layer, let's explore rolling to the pinky side edge of our right foot. So you might lower your left knee. That might even give you more sensation. You can adjust your blocks so they're taller to keep your torso really lifted up. Or you might want to go the other way. See how it feels to fold down. Just explore what brings the sensation that right away your body's like, ooh, that's what I want. Remember, child's pose is always on the table. Breathing wherever you are. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. All right, go ahead and plant your hands on blocks or ground. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee if it's not already. Walk your hands over to the left. So we're going to pivot into Skandasana. This is where our hips are sunk down, left toes up towards the sky. If that's not possible in your hips, no worries, just keep both feet planted. Bend your right knee generously. If you're in a position where you're able to, maybe you explore lifting your hands, bring them together in front of your heart. Good. Just another breath. And then hands to the ground, return to face forward. Plant your hands, step your right foot back. Let's just step the left foot up. Good. So quickly switching sides, bringing blocks under your hands if you like them, bringing the left foot to the edge of the mat, left arm on the inside of the left leg, then roll to the pinky side edge of your left foot. Just explore. If that doesn't feel right, you can go right back to where you were. Maybe you drop your right knee down. Maybe you lift up even higher using the blocks up high. Maybe you fold forward. Give yourself a few breaths. Infusing the practice with affirmations in the breath. Inhaling, may all beings everywhere. Exhale, be happy and free. May all beings everywhere experience joy and peace. One more breath. Then hands planted, left foot planted, right toes tucked, right knee lift. Walk your hands over to the right and we'll pivot into Skandasana. So possibly your hips are low, you might even have a bit of a toe balance here, or you can plant both feet, straighten your legs, and bend the left leg. Let it work for you. There's no real right and wrong here. Remembering that perhaps if we're in a position to, we lift our hands, press them together in front of our hearts. One more breath. And hands planted, make your way to face forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, step your right foot up, fold forward and down. Bring your feet out wider. Have the heels pivoted in, toes and knees point out. Bend your knees as you sink your hips down to see how the squat feels after we've had a bit more movement. Okay. Wonderful. So you can stay as you are, however that's working for your body. Or if you want, we can take a big breath in, slow breath out. Next big breath in. See if you can powerfully stand all the way up. Reach up to the sky, maybe even come up to your toes. And then on your exhale, sink all the way back down. So if you want to, you could do that a few times. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, sliding all the way back down. All right, let's end standing up tall. So we'll all meet reaching to the sky. And then exhaling, finding mountain pose, pausing to notice any sensations or energy flow or thoughts. Wonderful. We will come down to a seat. If you have a blanket, please go ahead and sit on that folded blanket. If not, don't worry. Just inviting a little boost. Okay, sitting with your right leg crossed in front. Of course, just do the best you can with your body today. Let's see if we can lift that right leg up, cradling it around the foot or ankle and under the knee. Maybe letting it rock side to side. You can bring your left leg, that bottom leg, so the shin is more parallel to the edge of your mat. Sit up nice and tall, and then try stacking your right leg on top of your left. This is where I often like to put a block under the right knee, just so it feels supported. Agni Stambhasana, fire log pose. Just see what's here, see how it feels today. We can keep our hands resting on that top leg, or bring your fingertips to the ground on either side of you, rolling your shoulders back and down, sitting nice and tall, breathing. Is there anything that can soften, any tension you can just let a little bit go of? And we might slowly lean forward any amount, just a few breaths here. Kind of adding on to the puzzle of ahimsa, may all beings everywhere experience joy and peace. And breathing, thinking, may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way. One more round here. May all beings everywhere be safe, free from harm. May the thoughts, words, and actions of my life contribute. All right, we'll sit up tall, and we are going to switch our legs. Maybe you want to see if you can do it with no hands, so lifting your hands as you try to uncross and recross your legs the other way. So now our left leg is folded in front. See if we can lift it up and cradle it a bit. All right, setting your left leg down on top of your right, shins relatively parallel to the edge of your mat. I guess that's assuming you're sitting perpendicularly to it. Good, and you can rest your hands on that top leg, or you can bring your hands out to the sides, lifting your heart, softening your shoulders, breathing. And perhaps starting to gently fold forward a bit. Maybe directing the chattery mind towards our vision of the world. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May the thoughts, words, and actions of our lives contribute to that freedom. A few more breaths. All right, slowly release as you feel ready. Let's go ahead and come on down to our spines. So you can keep your feet on the ground as you roll your spine to the earth. Stretch your arms out and then let your legs fall side to side. Just a time or two, just kind of massaging the hips and low back. If you want to draw your knees into your chest or take anything else, go for it. And as you're ready, give yourself a moment of rest. So let yourself stretch out on the mat. Let your body get heavy. Let your muscles relax. Just practice existing here just as you are. Breathing like this. So throughout the practice, we repeated this blessing of peace, of ahimsa, of non-harm. So you could imagine for this next moment that we've planted those seeds and right now they're just germinating in our hearts. Deepening your breath and bringing movement back into your body. If you'd like to close this time together, you can meet me in an easy seat. I hope your body is feeling good after this movement. I hope your mind is feeling easy. Let's bring our hands together in front of the heart. Taking a big breath in if you'd like to chant one Om. Om. Deep bow of gratitude to you. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy. I hope to see you again tomorrow. We'll get a nice flow in for Friday. Thanks for being here.